Good evening, dear students. Today we are going to learn about the new topic called indicators. What is acid, base and salt, their definitions and other important properties that we have already discussed in last lecture. Now the next question is, if we are given with a compound, then how to identify whether the given compound is acid or base or salt? For that, we need to use some other chemical which is able to identify whether the given chemical is acid or base. So that kind of a new kind of chemical is called indicators. Now these indicators may occur naturally or maybe artificially. So what are the classification of indicators? Those things we will learn. And then if the time permits, then we will start with the topic chemical properties also. Okay, student? So what is indicator? So write down the topic indicator or indicators basically. The name itself tells that it is indicating something. So it indicates or determine or detect or identify, all mean the same thing. Of what? What we are learning? It is our acid and base. So any substance or any chemical which is used to identify the given substance is acid or base, that will called as indicator. So it's so simple. So identify the nature as acid or base. So the name itself indicates that acid or base. So what is the definition of indicator? So indicator, write down the definition, is a chemical. So it is this, it means it is indicator. It is a substance or chemical which helps in identifying the acid or base, which determines or determines the given substance, the given student, this substance means I'm talking about the indicator. Indicator is a chemical or substance, but this, the given substance means the chemical that we want to identify. So there is a difference that you have to keep in mind. Given substance is in the category of acid, is acid or base. So whatever the given substance is there, whether it is in the category of acid or base, that is indicated by indicator. How this is indicated? By showing the property change, right? By showing its own property change. So this property change of which, so this property change is for, so it is of indicator. Means indicator shows some property change if we put in acid, irrespective of the acid, whether it is H2SO4 or whether HNO3 or whether HCl, any kind of acid. So similar kind of property change it will be indicated, or same property change is indicated by indicator with acid, but different kind of property change in base. So right, same kind of, so same property change in all acids. Okay, if we are considering the acids, the color is of the substance or indicator is going to change, then irrespective of the acid, the same color change will be indicated. Example, so some property, which property? This is the color of indicator. Mostly it is the color of indicator that changes. It need not be always be the color. It may be possible to give different smell also, or odor. Or smell change. It may be this one also. So the color change will be same for all acids, though it will be different from the base. Though differ in base. Yes, tell me.
So what is an odor smell?
Odor का मीनिंग होता है smell.
Which
Odor.
type of smell? Which type of smell?
किसी भी टाइप का स्मेल, अच्छा स्मेल, बुरा स्मेल, सब स्मेल को स्मेल का ही केमिकल नेम ओडर है. स्टूडेंट, ऑर्डर, एक ऑर्डर मीन्स होता है अरेंजमेंट, इट इज ओडर. ओके, सो इसी से नाम बना ऑल फैक्ट्री इंडिकेटर, मीन्स ओडर बतलाता है. ओडर मीन्स अपने नोज में जो सेंसर्स लगे हुए हैं वही इसे डिटरमिन कर पाते हैं. एग्जाम्पल, if you are putting the clove oil in acid, it will generate a different kind of smell and you can sense it. But if you are putting this clove oil in the base, NaOH, it will generate entirely different kind of smell. Though you are putting the clove oil in the two chemical, but the smell that will be generated from the chemical will be different and you can sense it. You can smell it. Okay, so it is a smell. Odor means I have, that's why I have written a smell. Based on this, it is called as olfactory indicator. So if the indicator is based on the change in the smell, then it is called as olfactory, because olfactory sensors are present in our nose. Okay, आपको हमने बायो में भी पढ़ाए हैं. There are different kind of sensors in our body. Okay, gastric sensors, olfactory sensors, ये सारे आपको पढ़ाए गए हैं. ओके, आप उस सबको भूलिए नहीं, उधर भी ये टर्म ओडर हमने यूज किए थे. So based on this, it is called as your olfactory indicator. Indicators. So student, we have to keep in mind, whatever the property change that is going to occur in acid, that will be same. Whatever the property change that is going to be given in the base, in all the bases, it will be also the same. But the property change that we observe in acid will be different from that of the base. Acid is one of the category. So the property change in all acid will be same, though it differ in base, having same changes. So base means in the base, right here, यदि doubt होता है तो all bases also shows same property change, similar property change. So what these are? Example, if we consider what are the various types of indicator that we will list later, but the most common one is called as the litmus. This litmus is a chemical that is obtained from a thallophyta plant called lichen. So it is obtained from lichen. This lichen is algae plus fungi. Both are living together in symbiotic relation. It will grow. So their juice you have to take. Then the sap of this is purple in color. So it gives purple color juice. Now, this purple color juice can be converted into red color or blue color by adding external dye or external color. Okay. Now, or even if this purple color lichen itself is put into acid, now this purple juice of lichen, this purple juice of lichen is what? It is the pure litmus compound, not the paper I am taking. So in this, if you are adding or putting this in a base or acid, you will observe this color change. So you have put in acid, you will observe that this purple color changes to red color. You will observe, though it was purple initially, but this purple changed to red. If you are taking this purple color and in this you are adding the base now, then you will observe blue color, the solution color or mixture color become blue color will obtain in the base, irrespective of type of base, whether you are taking NaOH or KOH or MgOH whole twice, etc. Irrespective of this acid, whether HCl or H2SO4 or HNO3, whatever the acid you are going to take, irrespective of that, it will always give the red color, but in base it will always give you the blue color. So how to do that? You are taking a chemical, you are not knowing what is inside this, whether it is acidic or basic, but some chemical is there. So this is the unknown chemical. You have to take one container containing the purple color, say, where is that purple color? Let me draw by this one. No purple, the same color it become. If you are taking this as the chemical, so by putting this chemical in this, adding this chemical, this is your litmus solution. If you add this, you will observe that this color get changed into red. If it change into the red one, that will indicate the chemical present in this was acid. It was acid. But there is a chance that the chemical that you are taking, let me take the chemical by this color. This is the unknown chemical B. In this, now you are going to add this indicator. This time you will observe that this color will change to blue. So if this change occur to be blue, then it will indicate it contains base. So this is the job of this indicator. The indicator itself is a chemical, but say the color of this indicator have changed from the purple to either red or to blue. Okay, it is this one. Now, what are the various types of indicators available? That we have to learn. So, student, indicator is nothing but it is the chemical which shows their own property change when it is added with acid, and also shows their property change when added with base. With all the acids, it will indicate only one kind of property change. So like change in color. With all the acid, the litmus is going to give red color. But the same litmus, when mixed with base, it will give you the blue color. So this way the property change in base is different. So this way the category acid and base is identified. So such a chemical which is useful for this purpose is called indicator. Now students, what are the different types of indicators? Right? Types, depending on either what is the source or what is the property change, there are different types of indicators. The very first is called natural indicator. Even some of the naturally occurring substance like some of the flower petals or even onion or even red cabbage, these things can be used to identify whether the given substance is acid or base. They will also show you some color change. The other one is some of the chemicals are prepared in industry like dyes, like litmus paper, like methyl orange, phenol phthalate. That is the other category. There is another category which rather than showing the color change, it indicates the change in the smell. Say the clove oil. The natural smell of the clove oil is something else. But when this clove oil is added in acid, then a different kind of a smell is generated. But when the same clove oil is added in base, a new kind of a smell is generated. Means it is essence. So essence based indicators are called as olfactory indicator. Okay. So these are the broader 3 or 4 types of indicator. Another one is even the same indicator can indicate even the strength of acids also. Say the litmus give the red color. But the red color intensity or red color, how intense is that red color, that also varies. If it is the strong acid, the red color appear on the litmus paper will be very much dark, means dark red. But if the acid is weaker, say you have taken the organic acid, then the red color developed will be not that much intense, not that much darker. So such an indicator which is able to tell us, though it is acidic, but which one acid is how much acidic, means called the strength of acid. If the strength of acid is also indicated, then such indicator is called as universal indicator. Okay, so broadly these indicators are classified into 4 categories. So now write, one is called as natural indicator, very first is natural indicator. The second one is, even this clove, that is also natural, but it shows change in their odor, so it is put in another category called olfactory indicator. Or indicators. The third category is indicators which are prepared artificially in our lab, like the dye, the color that we are getting. All those color are not natural. They are prepared, they are the chemical. So right, that category is called as synthetic indicators. The fourth one is our universal. A student, why this universal and what is that? For that you must understand like this. To taste acid, we always need blue litmus, because if we have the red litmus, it will remain red. But if we are dipping the blue litmus in acid, it will turn red. Means red litmus cannot be used for identifying the acid, though it can be used for identifying the base. So red litmus cannot be an universal indicator. So universal indicator are those indicators which can give the nature, means whether acidic or basic, that is indicated by the single indicator. So no two separate indicator is required for identifying acid and base. In addition to that, these universal indicators also indicates or give the strength of acid and base. Means with a strong acid, it will give the darker color or darker red color, but with weak acid, it will give lighter red color, and with a strong base, it will give dark blue color. With big base, it will give light blue color. So the single chemical is able to show this entire variation. So such indicators are universal indicators. Okay, so let me write. So one chemical gives or test both kind of changes, and also the strength. What is this? I will explain later for this universal indicator. Synthetic indicators, means which is prepared artificially. So it is also called as artificial or in lab. What these are? Example we will write. Olfactory indicator, which indicate by changing the smell. So it is odor. It is ORDER, not odor. ODOUR, odor change. odor यदि याद नहीं रहता है तो आप स्मेल तो बहुत इजीली याद रहेगा. स्मेल change. And natural, it is obtained from nature. Obtained from. So these are the name which is given. Now students, what are the example? What is the inherent color of these indicators? And what is the new color or new property that is obtained? Those things we have to keep in mind. So for that, I will make a table, and in the single table, I will explain everything. Okay, student? So please write a table, and in the single table, we will write everything, and you have to keep that table in mind. वो table आपको भूलने नहीं है. I will write the type of indicator, their example, what is their inherent color, and what will be the color change in acid, and what will be color change in base. आपको definition, what is natural indicator? Natural indicator are those indicators which are obtained from the nature. If you want to write example, you can write red cabbage and all those things. In the same table, I am going to write. Okay, student? So write the very first is indicators. So draw the table like this. What are the various indicator category? The first one is our natural indicator. In this natural indicator, there are various types. Students, मैं जैसे लिख रहा हूं आप भी वैसे ही लिखिए कि इस नेचुरल इंडिकेटर में क्या क्या डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ इंडिकेटर्स हैं वो लिखेंगे. फिर हम उसके आगे उसका इनहेरेंट कलर क्या रहता है ये लिखेंगे. फिर उसके आगे एसिड में कैसा चेंज होगा, बेस में कैसा चेंज होगा वो लिखेंगे. सो अंडर दिस नेचुरल इंडिकेटर राइट द कैटेगरी ए as say litmus. A student, litmus is nothing but the sap of lichen. So litmus, or it is the basically lichen. I will explain this what is litmus. इसके बारे में थोड़ा हम आपको डिटेल में बताएंगे. So it is the lichen juice basically, or you may complete this. It is lichen juice. Lichen is a Helophyta plant. It is basically the symbiotic relation of algae and fungi. Now, if you take the juice of this plant, its original color is red, no purple. So right here, original color. Then we will write color in acid and color in base. Students, so this is our categorization. The very first one is our natural indicator. Its original color we will write. Then how is the color change in acid? Then how is the color change in base? This thing we are going to write. So write it properly so that you can revise quickly. यदि आप सही से नहीं लिखेंगे तो बाद में रिवीजन नहीं कर पाएंगे. नेचुरल इंडिकेटर्स के अंदर ही बहुत सारे टाइप ऑफ इंडिकेटर्स अभी हम लिखने वाले हैं. 3-4 तो एटलीस्ट हम लिखेंगे. 3 to 4 you have to learn. So write in base. A student, if you take the litmus, this litmus is having purple color, means the litmus juice, basically the juice of this lichen plant. So its original color is purple. So right here, purple color juice from lichen. Underline only this purple. If you add few drop of acid in this purple color, its color will change irrespective of the type of acid. Or if you take the acid in one beaker and add few drop of this litmus, then the color of the acid will change. So now the drop of this litmus you are going to add, that will be the purple one, but while adding in acid, the new color will be generated, and that new color will be your red. So it will turn to red. If it is in the form of litmus paper, then litmus paper itself is not sufficient to indicate the color, so it is produced in two color. One is called red litmus paper, and another is blue litmus paper. If you add this purple color litmus juice into the base, it will give you blue color. So this is the color object that I have taken the pure litmus juice. One may take this turmeric, take the other one B as the turmeric, sorry, TUR, it is not turmeric. So it is again turmeric juice. If you take the turmeric juice, everyone is knowing the natural color. A student, I don't think it is required to write, but let me write. It is yellow. Okay. The turmeric that we are eating, the same. If you add this in acid, there is no change in color. It will remain yellow. But if you add this in a base, you will observe that the color changes to your brown, basically the deep brown. So it can give you deep brown. This is the color change. Okay. So if your these eatable items or the cooking item or the food contain more base, then the color of turmeric will change to brown. But if it contain more acid, then the color will remain yellow. Okay, it is this one. The third one, let us take the red cabbage. Let me write fastly. So it is again our red cabbage juice. The natural color is the purple one. It will change into red color in acid and it will give you green color in base. Okay, student? So this thing you have to keep in mind. There is no other way. इसका कोई formula नहीं है. There are certain flower petals. So take the flower leaf is called flower petals. Okay now? So petals of flower. Not the all, but it is mostly of. Lastly, I have written the three names. It is hydrangea is the first one. Another may be the Putania. And another one is German. No German, but related to that. It is your geranium. These things you have to keep in mind. A student, these have different color and they are giving the different colors. Okay, mostly if we consider the hydrangea petals, they are again purple. Mostly they are the purple, but even the hydrangea petals of different color is also obtained, like light purple, dark purple. So their color need not mug up. ओके एंड इनका कुछ स्पेसिफिक कलर नहीं है, क्योंकि यदि हाइड्रेंजिया के पर्पल कलर लिए हैं तो एसिड में फिर से वो रेड देगा, बेस में फिर से वो ब्लू देगा. बट यदि येलो हाइड्रेंजिया ले लिए हैं तो एसिड में वो दूसरा कलर देगा, बेस में वो दूसरा कलर देगा. सो ये फ्लावर पेटल्स के कलर आपको रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू हैव टू जस्ट कीप दिस थिंग इन माइंड. सो स्टूडेंट्स, मार्क दिस वन. It is this one. So it is one category. So natural indicators are over. अब आप जरा दूसरा लिखिए. The other one is our artificial. The natural one is this one. Up to this one it was the natural. Mark it in double line so that you can understand all these things are for the natural one. Now let me go in the other category. The other category that we are going to take is the category 2, artificial. In artificial, the important one is, the very first one is the litmus paper itself. This litmus paper is formed by adding external dye in the purple color litmus and putting it over a paper. Okay, and these paper are published in two color. One is called as red, another is called as blue. So this litmus paper, one is called as red litmus paper and another one is called as blue litmus paper. Student, this is artificial litmus. So in this case, it is the litmus juice or the juice of lichen, which is purple in color, plus some external dye or artificial dyes. So external dyes are added, means external color. These are the color. So this mixture is put over a paper. When this mixture is put over a paper, it could be in this form. So let me draw. It can give you this blue color paper, or let me take this one. It is the blue color litmus. Another, the red color dye is added in this to get the red color. Then you will get this one as the red color litmus. Okay, these are the two strip or the color. So right here, it is our red color litmus paper. Means when dye is added with this natural litmus, student, the same natural litmus whatever I have taken this one, in that the red color is added, red color dye is added to get this red color litmus paper. And if you are adding the blue dye in this, you will get this as the blue color litmus. Okay, it is this one. So this blue color is useful for identifying the acid. So this can identify acid only. And this red color can identify base only. Why? Because this red color changes to blue in base but not in acid. So that's why it is able to identify base only. And this blue color can identify acid because blue color changes to red. So to red means turn to red. This turn to blue. But if the litmus paper itself is say blue and you are dipping it in the base, then you cannot identify it. So therefore it is quite a specific and we have to take care. So student, question may be framed, which color litmus is used for identifying acid and base? ये पहले यहीं पे छोटा सा क्वेश्चन बनता है एमसीक्यू का. सो स्टूडेंट आप ध्यान में रखेंगे, क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा जा रहा है, कौन सा कलर का लिटमस पेपर हम यूज करते हैं. ये नाउ द अदर क्वेश्चन फ्रेम्ड इज what is the color obtained in acid for the litmus paper? The color obtained in acid is red. So whether it is red color litmus or blue color litmus. So red color litmus cannot tone their color or cannot identify it, because though in acid the red color litmus remain unchanged in their color, at the same time it is also possible that rather than the given chemical is acid, it may be the neutral or it may be the water itself. Okay, still you will not get any change in color. So unless or until there is some change in property, we cannot say the chemical is identified. Okay, student. So litmus paper means these two things you have to keep in mind. A student, read this thing again and again, and if you have different pens, so draw these strip in different pens. Now, what is the original color? So original color for this artificial litmus paper could be the very first one is our, so it may be blue color or red color. So right, red color litmus paper or blue color. So we have to keep in mind, we are talking about this artificial litmus, not the original. If I am talking the natural, then it simply means it have own color purple. Okay, student, this thing you have to keep in mind. Now, the second column is for the acid. So in this case, this acid, for acid, we need to choose the blue color paper. So this blue color paper I have written here. Are you getting this? So blue color used for acid. So right here, blue litmus turn into red. That you have to keep in mind. Last day I had already explained, red litmus remain unchanged. So this blue litmus and red litmus cannot be an universal indicator. But if we want to identify the base, we shall choose the red litmus. So if we have this red color litmus paper, so red litmus turns into blue color. So you have to keep in mind. If we are taking the blue color litmus remain unaffected. So there will be no effect over the blue color litmus in base, because it is producing blue and blue is already there, so there will be no any change. Okay, another important thing that we have to keep in mind, that rather than acid or base, if the chemical is neutral, even at that time also there is no any change in color. Okay, now so write a note also, neutral chemical or neutral substance also do not show any color change. Any color change on if it is the red or blue litmus. So student, whether you are taking the red litmus or blue litmus, and you are dipping this litmus in neutral substance, example, the best example is our water. This is H2O. If you are taking the water and you are going to dip this red color litmus, it remain red. And in the same water, you are going to dip blue color litmus, it will remain blue. It means, what is that? Chemical. That is neutral. It is that thing we have to keep in mind. So this simply means that it is important. So right, water. In this case, red remain red, and if we are dipping blue litmus, it remain blue. So there is no any color change. That's why we cannot determine whether it is acidic or basic if we are dipping the same kind of litmus in that. So here the thing is that we have a blue litmus paper and we are given with two different solutions in which one contain the base and another contain the neutral chemical like water. You cannot differentiate whether it is neutral or basic. But if any one of them is acidic, then you can surely tell. Based on this simple concept, a question is there in your textbook. So litmus paper is one of the important. Now let me go for the other artificial and let me quickly write their color change. It was important student, litmus paper के बहुत important है, पूरे बुक में आपको litmus paper पे ही फोकस करना है, बाकी का जस्ट थोड़ा सा आपको ध्यान में रखना है. Write down the B. Our B is methyl orange. Students, this methyl orange is an artificial chemical or basically a dye which is prepared in industry or in our lab. It do not occur naturally. The color of this methyl orange is orange itself, as the name indicates. It is orange, means without any chemical addition, the color of methyl orange will be orange. But when this methyl orange chemical is dipped into acid, its color changes to pink or red. It is not pure red, but the red color closer to pink, that you have to keep in mind. But when this orange color, methyl orange, is put into basic solution, it will change its color to yellow. Okay, student, it is this one. Only this much is enough regarding methyl orange. The third chemical is, the artificial one is phenolphthalein. It is phenol. Phenol is a group that you will learn in higher standard, and phthalate is another group. This phenolphthalein is a colorless compound. And even if you put it into acid, it will remain colorless. but if you put into base, it will turn into pink. This you have to keep in mind. A student, for you, this methyl orange and litmus is very important. Phenolphthalein is not that much important, but at least you must keep in mind. The other are also there, like methyl red is also there, which is inherently red in color, which changes to yellow in acid but remain red in base. Okay, so the other one is that one also, but no need to write those things, leave it. So this was the second category of indicator. Now we are going for the third category called olfactory indicator. So write down the third category.
So can you just show the previous page?
Write it quickly. I have some time, then let me write this.
Done, sir.
Methyl red, inherently it is red in color. There is no change in base, but in acid it changes to yellow. Also, but this phenylphthalein and methyl red not important for you, but in NTSC in options it may be given. So student, the next one is, or the third category is called as olfactory indicators. A student, there are large number of such indicators, and इनके लिए आपको smell that cannot be expressed in words, so smell no need to write. Okay, इस कैटेगरी में आपको स्मेल, किसी का पेंजेंट स्मेल जनरेट होता है, किसी का स्वीट स्मेल जनरेट होता है. सो स्मेल इज क्वाइट कंपैरेटिव, तो स्मेल आपको नहीं पूछे जाएंगे एग्जाम में. जस्ट इट मे बी आस्क्ड कि टाइप ऑफ स्मेल नहीं पूछे जाएंगे, जस्ट डिफरेंट स्मेल और सेम स्मेल, इस टाइप के छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं. बट व्हाट आर दिस olfactory indicators? So right, odor or smell changes when put in acid, but different smell or odor in base. Better term is to use this odor rather than smell. Huh? Okay, sorry, let me copy this at the top. It have gone at the bottom. So write this. So what are the example यहाँ आपको ध्यान में रखने हैं. The very first one is our onion juice. The second one is vanilla essence or clove oil. Questions are very simple. Which one of these are acting as olfactory indicators? It is so much simple, so that you have to keep in mind. So write as vanilla smell or vanilla essences. and the third one is clovile. Clove means long. So how these are used? Onion juice, how you can use this? So you have to take the juice of this onion, then this juice you can put over the 2 cotton strip, you dip it. You will dip it. Okay, you will take this onion juice, you will dip this strip 1, and this is our strip 2. This is cloth. Okay, no, ये हमने जस्ट एक क्लोथ के पतले से टुकड़े लिए, इसको भी हमने इसी में डिप कर लिया. Now this over this, then dry it. After drying, slight there may be the color change, so don't worry for that color change. After drying, you have to dip in acid, and you will also dry, then you will dip in base. Means you will take 2 different. Now you will dip into this 2. So this with the A, this with the B. You will obtain the color change over this strip may be slighter one or to a little extent, which may be hardly visible, but the smell which is generated while you are dipping this strip 1 in this acid or the vinegar containing acid, and a smell is generated. The smell is so that you can feel very comfortably that yes, some kind of a smell is generated. Now this strip, which is same as the strip 1, means these two are the same. So these two strip, whether 1 or 2, they are the same. Now when this is dipped into this base, then it will give different color. No different color, rather different smell. Means this smell you can perceive very easily, that the smell now generated while dipping the strip into base is entirely different from those when the same strip was dipped into acid. Ready? So this way the odor or the smell is obtained. The similar thing is for the vanilla essence and the clove oil. The similar way it is tested. Even this oil is put drop by drop. So drop into acid. So put few drop into acid and few drop into base. So few drop into beaker A or acid and few drop into base. Then you will observe the smell generated or odor. And in this case, the odor. So this is entirely different from this one. So these two are different. Or the fume generated, that will give different smell. Okay, or different essence. Same, the vanilla essence can be put into acid and base and we can feel the essence. It is so much simple. Okay, no need to write the smell like pungent, bitter or the sweeter. No need to mug up those things. Though there is a table, in that table, but it is beyond your scope. वो आपको नहीं पढ़ने हैं, तो उतनी चीजें हम नहीं लिखें. It was this one. Now let me come for the universal indicators. What are these universal indicators? Students, यूनिवर्सल इंडिकेटर्स के बारे में आपको हम जब लिटमस और जब हम ये पीएच पढ़ाएंगे, देयर वी विल डिस्कस मोर, बट हियर let us just write few points regarding universal indicators. So what are these universal indicators? Right, just few points. The name itself indicate it is universal. Universal means it can be used for any chemical, for any chemical to determine its nature and its strength also. For this, there is a scale. Okay, so this is used with pH scale that we will see. So pH scale gives different color for different intensity of acid and base. That arrangement is called pH scale. So different color for different even we are considering the acids. Say a strong acid is there, then weak acid is there. So a strong acid will give intense red color, but weak acid will give light red color. Okay, student? So it will give different color for different substance or different compounds. So that scale or that color is compared with this universal indicator. Like, say this, rather than this red litmus, blue litmus, this single paper variation in color is obtained. Then which kind of variation is occurring, in which scale is there? So such a paper are available. You just dip it, that particular color will appear on that paper. So that indicator is called as universal indicator. A student, another important thing that we have to keep in mind is that it can give also the strength. Okay, so how stronger is the acid or how stronger is the base? So this we will learn at the pH scale. Where we will learn the pH scale, there we will learn. So different color at different concentration of hydrogen ion. So this strength is nothing but it is the hydrogen ion. If more hydrogen ion is there, or maybe expressed in the OH minus ion, this is called as the concentration. So strength is expressed in the term of concentration. If more hydrogen ion means the strong acid. Example, if we have the strong acid like H2SO4, it will give more H plus, means the ionization tendency is more. This implies it give more or dark red over this universal indicator scale. But if we are taking the weak acid are what? Like the vinegar that we are using. Okay, CH3COOH. Last day I have written all these acid base. I will not rewrite every time. A student, please go and mug up all those examples. Okay, so it have lesser tendency to give this hydrogen. So it have lesser H plus ions are generated. So it gave, rather than darker, it gave light red over the scale. Okay, student. So this way, even the acid is also differentiated with the help of these universal indicators. The same is also true for the base. If we are taking KOH or NaOH, intense blue we can obtain. But if we are taking the ammonium hydroxide, then light blue will be obtained. So let me write that example. NaOH so this can give you dark blue. This we will see in our pH scale also. But if we have the NH4OH, then it will give you light blue. Okay. This way, strength is also indicated by these universal indicators. So universal indicators, even we want to know very precise what is the pH value, then there is a pH meter. So the advancing of this is the pH meter also. So just to write the name. So pH meter. It is the electrical meter which can indicate the pH value rather than giving the color. Okay. So pH meter is one of the universal indicators, though it is electronic device. So it is electronic device gives pH of solution or the compound. Now how the pH is indicated? By means of generating potential differences. A student, if the chemical have more tendency to generate more hydrogen ion, means more potential difference get generated. If lesser hydrogen or OH, means lesser potential difference. So it is measure the internal potential difference. So it measure with help of potential difference. Okay, it is this that we have to keep in mind. So this is all about our universal indicator. Now the another small topic regarding our lichen or litmus. So right, what is litmus? So this is obtained naturally. Sorry, I'm writing somewhere else. Okay, I think this much will be enough. So obtained naturally from lichen. So this lichen appear like a plant, but it contains the two things. So this algae is present with fungi. So it is fungi live with algae. Underline this. What is lichen? As symbiotic relation. This thing I have also discussed in symbiotic tropism or nutrition in our biology as symbiotic relation. Symbiotic relation means both are mutually benefited. It is this one. Means The algae is able to prepare the food. So write this, prepares food. Food is required to survive, but fungi is not autotrophic. So it takes the food prepared by the algae, but it gives the protection to the algae. So it protects algae from the attack of even environment or other organism. Okay, it is like this. So it gives the protection. So this way, the fungi, though taking the food from the algae, but at the same time, algae is also benefited by getting the protection from the fungi. Okay, so this protection is given to this algae, and this food is given to this fungi. Okay, it is this way. There is a symbiotic relation or mutual benefit. So if we take the juice of this, so take just the juice of this lichen. If you are taking the juice of this lichen, then this juice is purple in color. This lichen means naturally occurring is purple. And this purple color to red in acid, and this purple changes to blue in base. It is one thing. Another thing, this purple color juice mixed with artificial dye red color dye and put on paper to get what we are getting. The red color dye is added, so now the purple color will not be visible to you, but the entire paper will be red in color to get red litmus paper. So this red litmus paper is artificial, but the litmus itself is natural. So mixed with artificial red color dye. So this red litmus paper to test, red litmus paper can be used for base only, to test base only. And this, the same thing for the acid we have to write. So purple juice mixed with artificial blue color dye to get, so now the dye is blue, so it will give us blue litmus paper. Litmus paper to test which kind of test it can give. So blue is used for acid, so to test acid only, where this acid will change this blue litmus into red. So blue litmus paper is there, it is dipped into acid you will get red litmus. It is so simple. It is like this thing I had already explained. Okay, student. Now, based on this, you have to just give one answer. The question is like this. A student, you have to give the answer to this question. It is displayed. So an aqueous solution turns red. You have to post your answer in your chat box. So this, an aqueous solution turns red litmus solution blue. Excess addition of which of the following solution will reverse the change? It is this one. Means what is required, that only you have to think. An aqueous solution turns red litmus solution into blue. Means whatever the
Sir.
solution given. Very good.
Sir, it's here.
Very good. So what is given? Let me explain for the other student. Aqueous solution. So whatever the solution is given, we do not know the name of this solution. And even no need to worry for this solution. Whatever this solution might be given, it is something like this. But this solution have the characteristic to turn the red litmus. If you are dipping the red litmus in this is the red litmus that I have dipped inside this. Okay, student. Now what I observed was that the portion which is dipped inside this, means if I consider only this much portion which is inside this solution, that turns blue. So while dipping into this turns blue, means this much turn into blue. This much turn into blue. It could not catch that much. So this part have turned into blue. So what it will be? So this much part is our blue. Now we want to change this back into red. So this have to be changed to red. So to change to red. A student, keep in mind what can be concluded from this. This solution turns the red litmus into blue. What does it mean? It simply means it is turning red litmus into blue. Means solution is, means if I am taking this much, a student, if I am taking this much information, then this tells that this solution is basic. So this indicates this solution is basic. Solution is basic, whatever may be. Now we want to change into red. How to change this base into red? Means it need to be acidic. So need to be acidic. What is the need? Solution need to be acidic. It simply means. Now, how this solution can be made acidic? When excess of acid is added in this solution, then some of them may get neutralized, and after that, the excess one will remain as acid. It simply means that. Okay, student? So, what to do? So, this indicate add excess, which one? Acid. So, that we have concluded. So what is the acid in this? Just you have to search that. Baking powder, it is the base, and I had told you in the base I have written this baking powder. So go and see that, though it is a salt but it is basic in character. पीछे आप अपने वीडियोस में देखिए, आपको ये सब मिलेंगे. हाँ स्टूडेंट, लास्ट वीडियो जाकर देखिए. Lime is what? Means lime water, means CaO or CaOH whole twice. It is base, so it is not ammonium hydroxide solution, again a weak base. What is acid here? The only acid is HCl, so this implies here HCl. So answer is our D. So this is your acid, all of these are the base. So this way you have to conclude. Okay student, so let us stop the class here. I think for starting tomorrow morning I shall stop it here. A student, or rather we can take one more question from your textbook. A student, now you are able to see this. This thing we will see later, but this part you are able to do. This question. A student, please do this question quickly. These experiment setup, all these things we will learn tomorrow. कल आपको बतलाता हूँ वो क्या है. Chemical properties we cannot start today, because if I start I need another 1.5 hours. So student, this is the question. Please tell me what will be the answer for this. Tell me quickly. Please read the question and tell me. It is your textbook question. You have been provided with 3 test tubes. तो आप पहले 3 टेस्ट ट्यूब्स आप बना लीजिए. आप चाहिए तो टेस्ट ट्यूब बनाइए या जार बनाइए, एक ही टाइप की चीजें होती हैं.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir,
can I tell
sir,
you?
can I tell?
हाँ चल, क्या चाहिए आपको?
Sir, can
Yes Nasreen.
Sir, can I tell the answer?
हाँ.
Sir, can I tell the answer?
Yes, yes. You please post in chat box.
Okay.
Sir, can I speak the answer?
Post your answer in your chat box first. So here you are provided with 3 test tubes. You may call this as first, second, third, or 1, 2, 3. Let me call this as 1. This as test tube 2. This as test tube 3. Or you may name this as A, B, C. It is up to you. That doesn't matter much. One of them contain distilled water. Student, इसमें कोई ना कोई एक distilled water है. Means among this A, B, C, only one contain water. The term distilled water is used to indicate that it is, the pH is exactly 7. Means neither acidic nor basic. Otherwise, when water is mixed with some other impurities, either it turn into acidic or basic. And other two contain acid and base, and other two one acid and one base. You have to determine it. How? And you are given with only red litmus paper. Only red litmus paper. हाँ बढ़िया है. How you identify the container of each test tube? How will you identify the container of each test tube? बहुत अच्छा है. देखिए बहुत सिंपल है. आपको चैट बॉक्स में लिखने थे तो मात्र 2 ही 3 वर्ड लिखते तो मैं समझ जाता कि आपको इतना करना है. चलिए नशरीन आप बताइए कि आप स्टेटमेंट बोलना चाहती हैं कि कैसे इसको पता करेंगे, बतलाइए. एंड वी हैव ओनली दिस रेड लिटमस पेपर. वी हैव ओनली दिस रेड लिटमस पेपर. नो अदर blue litmus paper is not available. We have only this red litmus paper. How to identify? Yes, tell me quickly. हाँ अच्छा आप ही बोलिए. ओके गुड बढ़िया. पुट इसको आप इधर पुट करिए, उधर पुट करिए, बढ़िया है.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. You can tell.
So, if the red litmus paper is dipped in a solution which is basic, then the red litmus paper will change into blue color.
Good.
Then, if we dip the same paper in an acidic solution, then the paper will change into red color.
Very
Then
good.
again change into red color. And
Very
if we
good.
and if we dipped in the third test tube which contains distilled water, then
Got
it
it, got
will
it, got
be
it. So okay, very good. स्टूडेंट आप एक पेपर से ही पूरा तीनों ही आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. देखिए यहाँ पे वाटर है, इसका मीनिंग है कि ये न्यूट्रल है. अभी हमने बताया कि यदि न्यूट्रल सॉल्यूशन में आप रेड कलर वाला लिटमस डालिए या ब्लू कलर का लिटमस डालिए, कलर चेंज नहीं होंगे. बट यदि रेड कलर वाले को हमने एसिड में डाल दिया तो भी कलर चेंज नहीं होगा. सही है. एंड बट रेड लिटमस को यदि हमने बेस में डाल दिया तो ब्लू कलर मिलने वाला है, तो हमारा लिटमस पेपर खुद ही रेड से ब्लू में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. सो फर्स्ट डिप इनटू द ईदर ऑफ दिस. सो पहला स्टेप करना है आपको यहां पे डिप इनटू एनी, किसी में भी आप ऑब्जर्व करिए. सो द ऑब्जर्वेशन दैट वी हैव टू टेक, इफ no color change, this indicate the solution in which you have dipped. Let me consider the first. I have dipped in A itself, so let me take in A. I have considered no color change. No color change means A must be either water और एसिड. ओके, ये पता चल गया कि ए या तो वाटर होगा या एसिड होगा. मीन्स बी एंड सी में से एक न एक कोई बेस होगा. ये अभी आपको ढूंढने हैं. बाय द वे यदि इसी में यदि आपको इफ कलर चेंज टू when it is red, it will change to blue only. This implies A is base. अभी आपको पता चल गया, यदि कलर चेंज हो गया तो बेस हो गया. ओके, अभी अपने को कलर चेंज होकर के क्या मिला, अपने को अभी ब्लू लिटमस पेपर मिल गया. आप इस केस को भी सेपरेटली आप कैरी कर सकते हैं. अगेन यू कैन सर्च फॉर द पॉसिबिलिटीज और यू मे सर्च फॉर द पॉसिबिलिटीज विद दिस केस इटसेल्फ. मैं चलिए सेकेंड केस को मैं कंसीडर कर लेता हूं. नाउ कलर हैव चेंज. नाउ वी हैव दिस ब्लू लिटमस. सो दिस वे वी हैव डिटेक्टेड A is base and litmus paper which is available is blue. Now you have to dip this blue litmus paper into B और C. आप B और C वाले टेस्ट ट्यूब में से किसी एक में आप डिप करिए, then what you will observe? So again there is possibility no color change, no color change. यदि मैं इसे B में मानता हूं कि कलर चेंज नहीं हुआ, this implies B is, कलर चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, किसमें है? न्यूट्रल है, क्योंकि ये ब्लू कलर था. यदि B एसिड होता तो पक्का कलर चेंज होता. And if color change, and if color change, this implies B is our water. इसका ये मीनिंग. तो अभी आप यहां से यदि if there is no color change, then B is our neutral, and this C, आप चाहिए तो C में फिर से डिप कर करके देख लीजिए. C will give ब्लू कलर है, ये फिर से वापस हमें रेड कलर जनरेट करेगा. तो C is your acid. So इस तरीके से this is basically the logic that you have to write, but it should be in sequence. आप कोई सा भी एक सीक्वेंस लेकर करके लिखे, you will get the same answer and you will get the same marks. And if it is occurring like this, in this case B is our neutral, means color change, B is acid और base. B में कलर चेंज हो गए, ब्लू कलर था वो रेड हो गया है, तो B हमारा एसिड होना है, ना कि वाटर होना है. B is neutral in this case. First we have considered. So B is our acid. If the B is considered as acid, this implies C is water. So this way you have to write the logic only. Okay, it was so simple. So हमने यहां से ये चीजें अभी लर्न किए. Even with the help of single litmus paper, we can determine the 3 given solutions or 3 tests. Question MCQs में NTSC में बहुत सिंपल पूछे गए थे कि is it possible to determine all acid, base and salt by using single kind of litmus paper? Yes, it is possible. It is the explanation and it is the question. Okay, let me stop the class here. A student, any student have any doubt, then please ask. Otherwise, tell me the homework. क्या हमें homework क्या करने हैं? So this question you have to write in your notebook. So textbook of science. अभी जो हमने क्वेश्चन लिए थे, the same question you have to write. Blue question. It is on page number. You may check the page number also. Yes, it is 18. एक ये क्वेश्चन करिए. No other can be done. बाकी तो अभी हम कर नहीं सकते. Yes, about maths के आप लोग क्या होमवर्क कर रहे हैं बच्चे लोग? सबका हो गया हुआ है क्या? हाँ, चल रोज का रोज मैथ सॉल्व करते हैं क्या आप लोग? अपना आरसी बुक का ट्रिगोनोमेट्री सब सॉल्व करेंगे. आरसी का चैप्टर नंबर 9 हाइट एंड डिस्टेंस मींस एप्लीकेशन ऑफ ट्रिगोनोमेट्री, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 to 10 करके रखिए अभी आप कल इवनिंग तक. नीड नॉट बी बाय टुमारो मॉर्निंग. आवर नेक्स्ट क्लास, so tomorrow 7:00 AM we will finish there. Okay students, any doubt then please ask, otherwise let me stop the class here. हाँ स्टूडेंट्स, आप अपने डाउट है तो पूछिए.
No doubt, sir.